Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me.
This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me.
This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me.
This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me.
This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me.
This is America. matches. You used to call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad and know, yeah, I'm sad and know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit. All eyes on me.
This is America.
What is up, guys? Dashing here, and we are live, my friends, here at Absolution, and we are getting things started in a major way with our King of the Hill match. And well, guys, for the Pro Wrestling Japan International Champion Peligro, I mean, you can see for yourselves the fact that he was even cleared to compete in this matchup is a miracle in and of itself, but I know for a fact the Fatal Feline was not going to allow himself to miss out on this opportunity. So despite the fact that he is bandaged nearly head to toe after that barbaric no DQ elimination tag team match in the main event of the Go Home Octane, Peligro is here at 100%. I would beg to differ, but nonetheless, with a World Championship opportunity on the line at Ascendance 14, I think Peligro could be missing both of his legs and he would crawl to the ring. Because that is indeed what is at stake here, guys. The winner of this match at Ascendance 14 earns a World Championship opportunity. And for Resurgence, well, the odds are on their side. Because it isn't just Peligro representing Resurgence in this match, but Ben Stacy as well. Not too sure why Sexy Rexy and Chris Adams are coming out with Ben Stacy. Perhaps they're thinking Ben Stacy is Beautiful Bo. Bit of a different complexion between the two of them, but maybe they've been hitting a bit of that za. I know for a fact Lorenzo Alexander in the back right now been passing around before the show went on the air. Maybe they've gotten into the Boone Juice supply. They're a little bit confused. They're obviously going to be out here to support Beautiful Bo. But for Ben Stacy, guys, this is the opportunity he's been waiting years for. I've been saying for years, Ben Stacy, will be a world champion here in CMV. What better place for that to become a reality than at Ascendance 14? We are in San Juan, Puerto Rico once again. Of course, just yesterday, what an event Ferocity was right here in San Juan. And we are hoping for much of the same here at Absolution. We've got a lot to look forward to, including the Queen of the Hill match later on, as well as our main event, the Global Championship on the line. More on the line than just that, as Quantum will challenge Cam Harris. But here now comes the Anarchy champion, a man who a couple of weeks ago came close to becoming CMV champion, faced Remy Martin. But Martin, of course, successfully retaining against Tommy DeMise. Will that be the case later on here at Absolution, guys, for Remy Martin, when he must defend the CMV championship against the Hall of Famer Schmitty? But DeMise looking to get a rematch, potentially, if he is crowned King of the Hill here in San Juan. And guys, the rules of this match: 6 men in the ring at once. Elimination can occur at any time by pinfall or submission in the ring. There are no countouts and no disqualifications. And the last man standing heads to Ascendance 14 to fight for World Championship gold. But what a great Anarchy champion Tommy DeMise has been. A fighting champion. Honestly, one of the best Anarchy champions we've had, I would say, in the last couple of years. I would think that a match like this is right up the alley of Tommy DeMise. There being no disqualification, just absolute chaos in this kind of matchup. Beautiful Bo, a little bit lost backstage. He was looking for Sexy Rexy and Chris Adams, but they're already at ringside. Well, guys, for a matchup that I would say half the field composed of what could be described as dark horses, I think Beautiful Bo has to be the darkest horse of them all. There's a lot of people not giving Bo much of a chance to win this match, and I think that's a mistake. What a roll Bo has been on these last couple of weeks, proving that he should not be discounted. Are we going to have a beautiful king? Will we have a beautiful main event at Ascendance 14? And if we're talking about favorites in this matchup, guys, no doubt about it, your pick has to be this man, the 7-foot-tall, 600-plus pound, big ham, Joey Bacon. And I say that, well, not just for the obvious reasons, but because, guys, last year here at Absolution, Joey Bacon won this match. He went on to Ascendance 13 to face Morgan for the CMV Championship, and the two of them ended up collapsing the ring. Bacon looks to join Andrew Briggs as a 2-time King of the Hill match winner and get his rematch at the Show of Shows. Hopefully this time we'll make sure the ring is triply reinforced so that what happened against Morgan does not happen again. Bacon knows exactly what it takes to win this match, to outlast 5 other hungry competitors. But the thing is, guys, nobody is hungrier than Joey Bacon. A career renaissance he's had the last year. Of course, just losing the World Tag Team Championship, though, alongside Carlos Corbo, might deal a blow to his momentum. But the 2-time Anarchy champion wants that CMV championship. Can he earn the shot once again? And last but not least, definitely got to be a fan favorite here in San Juan, but also an underdog. the second generation superstar, Relampago, looking to potentially shock us all here at Absolution. Imagine Relampago walking into the main event at Ascendance 14 to fight for a world championship. And remember, guys, the winner of this match, they get to pick if they want to fight for the global championship or for the CMV championship. Who will the champions be by the end of Absolution? We'll just have to wait and see, but I'll tell you what, I'm sure that both Remy Martin and Ken Harris are in the back watching right now because they know the winner of this could be their challenger at Ascendance 14. Six men, one opportunity. Who will be crowned King of the Hill? Let's not waste any more time. Let's find out. The bell rings and chaos will ensue. Again, there are no countouts. There are no disqualifications. The elimination can happen at any time by pinfall or submission in the ring, and the last man standing is crowned King of the Hill. Now, you would think Peligro probably has the worst odds, judging by his condition. Big Meteor there. We were pondering whether or not Ben Priest and Peligro might attempt to work together, but it seems like it is indeed every man for himself here. Only one can head on to Ascendance 14 to fight for a world championship. But you know the Resurgence boys have the support of Andrew Briggs, the only ever two-time King of the Hill match winner. Elbow into the corner by Ben Stacy to go behind. There's going to be a back suplex counter though by Relampago. Tommy Mize working on the injured Peligro in the corner. Anarchy Champ with a big boot, bacon, too powerful, beautiful bow trying to step up to him. That's a mistake. And again, we'll see 6 women a little bit later on compete in the King of the Hill match for a world title opportunity at Ascendance 14. Overhand there by Ben Stacy to target beautiful bow now. Bacon, his favorite. I would say Device got the right idea here, chilling on the outside for a couple of seconds. If I were in a match like this, that's definitely what I would do. Try to stay out of the way, let my opponents beat each other up, eliminate each other, and then strike when the opportunity presents itself. Hey, take it from me. I lasted longer than anyone else in the Royal Rumble match a few years ago. A little fun fact there for you. There you go, looking to score the first elimination, but a kick out. The 2 Luchador representatives in this match. Speaking of Luchadors, though, guys, later on, Talon Sucio is here in San Juan. He's issuing an open challenge. He wants the best that San Juan has to offer. But will they be good enough to go up against Talon Sucio? As it looks like Bacon is getting distracted, guys, by Chris Adams at ringside. Adams promising he's got a tasty cheeseburger in his back pocket. Not the time to be thinking about food. Almost cost Bacon right there. And no disqualifications, nothing the ref can do about Sexy Rexy and Chris Adams being at ringside supporting beautiful bow here. Bacon's got himself a trash can win, throws it down at Peligro. Oh, beautiful bow. Going to ringside momentarily. Looks like Bacon is asking for that cheeseburger. Adams almost finding himself in a world of trouble, not when Tommy Mize coming to make the impromptu rescue. You do not promise Joey Bacon food and then not deliver. Might as well write your own death sentence. And Apollo gonna turn around, beautiful bow, dropping him right on his face. Dip to the wood as well, into the pin, but Bo is able to kick out, stop himself from being the first one eliminated. Ben Stacy with that vintage half Nelson suplex of his will. Relampago be eliminated here. Kick out at 2. Couple of close calls. Peligro out of the corner. Out of his own stability, every man for himself. What's going on with Tom Ties over here? Sexy Rexy and Chris Adams enthralled. As Peligro picks up the trash can mid big knee there by the Anarchy champion to chop down the massive Joey Bacon. Now it's got a Kendra stick. Like I said, this kind of match is going to be very much a specialty for Tommy Demise. Anarchy would be the perfect way to describe this type of match. Oh my God, how about the power though of Demise there, guys? Got up Bacon for that double underhook DDT of his. Leg lariat, meanwhile, from Beautiful Bo takes out Peligro. Nobody has been eliminated yet. KO kick, gonna put down Beautiful Bo. Relampago trying to get Demise from behind. He gets spun around though. Ben Stacy gonna catch the Anarchy champion. The British curse into the pin. Is Demise gonna hit the showers here? Not even a 2 count. As Peligro catches Ben Stacy by surprise with a super kick. I'm sure that will not be the last super kick we see in this match from Peligro, but referee scrambling. This is definitely the kind of match that would benefit from a couple of referees. She's going to have a tough time here, as we just saw. What the hell? Peligro's got like a flip-flop or something. Sexy Rexy cuts him off. Demise trying to eliminate Relampago with no luck. Peligro using that flip-flop to slap Joey Bacon right across the face at ringside. And what the hell is Chris Adams up to over there? He just took off that top turnbuckle cover. Again, no disqualification, so the ref can't do anything about it. Peligro back in. Joey Bacon probably going to eat that flip-flop. And right into the exposed turnbuckle. I'm not even sure Peligro was aware of the fact that that turnbuckle was exposed, but Stacy's going to quickly roll out onto the apron. Veteran instincts. Emerald Flosion by Peligro. Big springboard crossbody by Stacy to Relampago. As now the Resurgence stablemates lock up. Elbow to the side of the head by the Fatal Feline. Elbow to the side of the head in response. Peligro, a former world champion. He has never competed in the main event of Ascendance, though. Our dream for the Fatal Feline. Big sit-out powerbomb by Relampago. It's a dream for everyone in this match. It's the dream for everyone in CMV to headline our biggest show of the year and fight for World Championship gold. Relampago. Beautiful Budokan Harana. Top line there at ringside. Super kick to Beautiful Bo got caught. Will Bo be the first one eliminated? No, what resolve from the beautiful one known as Bo. And you see, not fast enough to catch Peligro off the ropes. Big headbutt. I don't know if that's wise, considering the fact he's wearing that neck brace could jack up his neck even further. I mean, we don't know the full extent of Peligro's injuries, but he was clear to compete here. I don't know if he really gave the doctors much of a choice. Like I said, Peligro could be limbless if he would still make his way into this match with what's at stake. Exposed turnbuckle getting some use once again. Oh, Relampago into the pin here. Could have Tommy Demise eliminated very nearly, but no cigar. Peligro gonna walk over the back of Ben Stacy, checking to make sure the hair is okay. It's looking great. The ladies are feeding here in San Juan. What the hell has Joey Bacon been up to? I feel like we haven't seen him in a good few minutes. Back into the ring at last. Oh no, Psycho Magnet to Big Ham. Will the favorite be the first one eliminated? No. He got it 2.5. Demise going to go back ringside. Maybe look for another weapon. Things slowing down a little bit at last. Oh, Peligro's got the flip-flop again. Knocks Relampago upside the head with it and then throws it at Tommy Demise. I don't think I've ever seen a flip-flop utilized so precisely. Demise with that elevated butterfly DDT. But it still ain't enough. to take out Peligro. Pago brings in a steel chair. Looks like our Anarchy champion is having one of his typical mental breakdowns mid-match. Nothing new here. Demise. Oh man, the patella drop on the injured neck. That's gotta do it. Uno, dos, no res. The heart of Peligro. You don't gotta like the guy. You gotta respect the determination. Oh no. Oh no. Pago in the danger zone. You know what's coming. 600 pounds here in San Juan. Baconator. 1, 2, kick out. You gotta be kidding me. How about the heart of Pago to survive being squashed by Joey Bacon and Sexy Rex and Chris Adams arguing? It looks like there's some fans in the front row. Uh-oh, San Juan about to experience. No, I think Bacon was going for the earthquake. Super kick, 2 of them. Shoots the half, hooks that tree trunk of a leg. Bacon kicks out. If this Peligro, but goes right for Tommy Demise now. You can't really waste time in a match like this. Your wits have got to be on point. You got to be prepared, man. Eyes in the back of your head. Pinfall attempt here by Pago. Somebody is bleeding. I'm not sure who it is. I think it might be Pago. But there's blood all over the canvas in that corner there. Getting tossed like some pizza dough as Tommy Demise. Will he be eliminated? Very nearly, but still no eliminations yet. Oh! Bob is going deep! 600 pounds! 1, 2! Deeper than he's ever gone before, but not deep enough. It looks like beautiful Bo kind of inadvertently saved Pago there as he drops Ben Stacy on the top rope chest first. Peligro scooped up by beautiful Bo, looking for a tombstone or something. Tommy Demise bringing those steel steps with her. No. I don't like this at all. KO kick. Oh yeah, it is Pago. Holy shit, there is blood all in his hair, down his chest. I wonder what it was that busted him open originally, but he is leaking like a faucet. Straight jacket German suplex to Ben Stacy. But a kick out at 1. Oh my God, Ben Stacy now finds himself laid out on top of the steel steps here. This could end disastrously. Oh! German suplex on the steps! Holy shit! Pago's gotta be dead! Somebody's gonna go pin him! Peligro is almost eliminated! And the British curse! To Tommy Demise at ringside, can't pin him out there though. This is not Falls Count Anywhere. Casey's got a steel chair, whacks! Beautiful bow right over the head with it, not so beautiful at the moment. And uses that same chair, just throws it at Joey Bacon. The ring has been cleared momentarily. Bodies everywhere, blood staining the canvas and the floor at ringside, and still nobody has been eliminated yet. This is an insane way to kick off Absolution. A world championship match on the line at Ascendance 14. Chris Adams has been a persistent nuisance in this match. Now he's getting into it with the Anarchy champion. Peligro, not the time. And Demise is going to make a pay for that, throws him back in the ring. Facing it dropped by beautiful Bo. Lampago looking to potentially set something up. Bacon is bleeding as well. Peligro trying to sneak up on him. Oh, springboard coffin drop by Peligro, but in comes beautiful bow to try to cut him off. Bacon hoisting up the Anarchy champion up against the ropes. What could Bacon be cooking here? Whoa, watch out! Sexy Rexy and Chris Adams almost got, no! Tommy Demise brings out the brass knucks. Beautiful bow countered, but then gets caught by Relampago. Crucifix, bow kicks out, wow! Tommy Demise obviously came prepared, those brass knuckles we've seen him use before. Well, wherewithal by Bo to see it coming. Spear! 1, 2, 3, Relampago is eliminated, but Bo, no time to celebrate the elimination. Big knee to the back. Tommy Demise eliminates Relampago. Bo able to get them knees up. That's a good thing, I think. I would surmise, because the amount of blood that Relampago is losing, I don't believe he would have lasted very much longer in that ring anyhow. I just hope they have his blood type here in San Juan. Oh my God. Bo! Bo! Ah! Drop kick! To the nether region! But Peligro with a super kick. Look at the carnage. Just take a moment and appreciate how barbaric this match has been so far. Ball goes deep on Ben Stacy. 1, 2. Stacy kicks out. Joey Bacon at the steel chair. Peligro once again before he gets back into the ring. Pandering a bit to these fans here in San Juan. Tommy Demise. He's thinking about going for a weapon, but instead, oh, we got the in and out game here. Will they catch up to each other? Yes, they will. Joey Bacon. Lifting up Ben Stacy. Big power slam. The beautiful ball begins to stir. It's like Beauty and the Beast. And it looks like Beast is going to come out on top. Jesus! Into the pin. 1, 2. That wasn't a 3. Hang on a minute. How the hell? Oh no! And now Stacy trapped between the hairy thighs of Joey Bacon. Insult added to injury. Distraction here by Chris Adams. Going to allow Beautiful Bo to capitalize. Chops down Big Ham. Bo picking up that steel chair. And bringing him down across the chest of Ben Stacy. 1, 2. The British Angel endures, but how much longer? Bo! Bo with the baby powder! Baby powder to the eyes of Joey Bacon! But in comes Peligro! Super kick! 1, 2, 3! Bo is eliminated! Joey Bacon with baby powder in his eyes! Just trying to desperately survive. Super kick! Drops Big Ham! Kick out! Final 4. And Ben Stacy with the Kraken's clutch, looking to eliminate his own tag team partner. Peligro escapes. Kick to the knee. Super kick! Uno, dos! No race. Bacon with his vintage wet willy, perhaps wetter than ever before. I like Sexy Rex and Chris Adams sticking around despite the fact that Beautiful Bo has been eliminated. They're just so invested in this match. And Chris Adams is just asking for it at this point. Ben Stacy going to make the most of the opening, though he's going to try to drag Bacon off into the corner. No luck. One of these four men will headline Ascendance 14 and fight for World Championship gold. Will it be Peligro? Will it be Ben Stacy? Will it be Tommy Mize? Or will it be Joey Bacon? Yeeted into the ring. As Ben Stacy gets up an elbow to the belly. That's too big for Yatelli. Irish whip. Drops down to Stacy. Spear out of nowhere from the Mize! Where the hell did he come from? Stacy is eliminated! 2 eliminations now for Tommy DeMize as we are down to the final 3. DeMize back into the ring. He's going to let Peligro and Joey Bacon duke it out. He's got a chair. Peligro, where is he trying to bring Bacon? Smashes him face first off the apron. DeMize with that chair. Back and Peligro up against the steel barricade. Peligro, though, trying to get him back into the ring. Counters the Irish with Peligro. He might be, by the end of this match, wearing some more braces. DeMize gonna go up top. Holy shit. Big risk to be taking late into this match, but you gotta risk it for the biscuit! Meteor to Bacon! Peligro back up in the ring, looks like he's taunting Tommy Mize, telling him to come and get it then. Roll up, scissors pin, Peligro! 1, 2, kick out! Peligro with the springboard coffin drop, DeMize seen it coming. Rolls himself out of the way, punch to gut though by Peligro. Gonna roll him up again, no super kick! Bacon back up as Peligro sets up for a super kick. Bacon rolls him up, 600 plus pounds, hitting Peligro, but a counter into a roll of his own. Oh, what a kick out. DeMize thinking about bringing those steel steps back into the ring. I think they've already done enough damage in this match. Just ask Willem Pago. We got German suplexed out of them. Blood almost staining every single bit of the canvas at this point. The apron's getting a whole lot of use as well. Oh, San Juan. Hold on to your seats. Oh, he went for Peligro instead. Sent onto the fatal feline. Oh my God. Oh my God. A 600-pound Michinoku driver throws Bacon back into the ring again. It's not falls count anywhere. Pins, submissions, they gotta happen in the ring. Tommy DeMize gonna make sure the job is done. Huge elbow! He's still not done! Springboard moonsault! Peligro though! Psycho Magnet! To the fatal feline! 1, 2, kick out! Insanity! Peligro, who came into this match, guys, nowhere near 100%. I don't know how he is still alive, let alone able to get up onto his own 2 feet. Peligro from the corner, he's looking for a kick, a super kick! Middle of the ring! 1, 2, 3, Tommy DeMize is eliminated! Final 2, Peligro, Bacon, who's going to Ascendance 14? Peligro's got his shot. He's got Big Ham stunned against the ropes. It's time for some lucha tings! Down in the center of the ring, Peligro going up top. Looking for the senton! corkscrew senton! Not done though, it's Pellegro. He knows that it will take more than that to keep down. Big ham springboard swanton now. What more? Oh! Super kick! Uno, dos, no place. Topher. No place. You're telling me that was no place? Pellegro's not having it. Picks up that trash can lid. Backs out! Pellegro! No, Pellegro! Just slammed himself down out of those steel steps, chucking that trash can lid like a frisbee, trying to decapitate Bacon. Seems like Pellegro is willing to take himself out if it means he takes out Big Ham Joey Bacon. Will it be 2 years in a row? No, Pellegro jumps up out of the corner. You know Bacon was in the Baconator. Oh, that's like running into a brick wall. And now Bacon's got the steel steps. Drops them on top of Pellegro. Oh, I don't like whatever Bacon might be trying to do here. Whatever sick concoction he might be attempting to formulate to take out Pellegro. Oh my God, the Bromancers have been a constant thorn in the side of Bacon throughout this entire match. And how are they going to cost him? Pellegro to his feet. Bacon doesn't realize. Oh, but an elbow to the side of the head. Irish whip off the ropes. Oh my God! Slammed! Down there through the canvas. 1, 2, 3! Joey Bacon's done it again! 2 years in a row! And Big Ham Joey Bacon is once more going to Ascendance to fight for World Championship gold. And this time, we're going to make sure that the ring is triply, quadruply reinforced at Ascendance. Balls to the wall. Look at this. Caught out of the air. Nearly slammed straight through the damn canvas. Joey Bacon is your king of the hill for a second time. We might have to get some help out here from Pellegro, man. He ain't moving. He hasn't moved since Bacon pinned him. I'm serious. Get the medical team out here pronto.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. Pop the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never drain in my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling. Got him right around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, said my attitude is kinda spicy. I told him that's the price, boy, ain't it pricey? It is. Stepping out the truck with the pink lip gloss. Told them girls how to play like a real big boss. He tryna lock it down, but I love my space. Leaving lipstick marks on his regular plates. Pink neon lights, yeah, we glow in the dark. Got the motor running, boy, I'm starting to spark. They can try to clone, but I'm one of one. We just out here chilling, having double the fun. I'm a premium flavor, you can't get on tap. Put my name in the center, a Hollywood map. Got the baseline bouncing like a trampoline. Pure sugar rush, if you know what I mean.
Sweet and sour every single hour.
Yeah,
Got the sweetness, but I hold the power.
yeah.
You wanna sip, better get in line. Cherry flavor looking so divine.
1, 2, 3, let's bring it back.
My goodness, my friends. We had to get the mops out to clean up the ring after that. Insane, I think, is the only appropriate way to describe what we all just witnessed in that King of the Hill match. Congratulations again to Big Ham. Joey Bacon has punched his ticket to yet another Ascendance World Championship opportunity. And, well, now he sits back and waits to see who's going to leave Absolution with World Championship gold. We still got Schmitty challenging Remy Martin for the CMV Championship, as well as our main event here in San Juan, Quantum challenging Cam Harris for the Global Championship. But most certainly, I mean, if I'm Remy Martin, if I'm Cam Harris, I'm thinking, dear Lord above, what have I done to deserve potentially having to defend my championship in Ascendance against Joey Bacon? I want to say shout out to Peligro for his performance as well, and I certainly hope that he will be okay. We'll hopefully get an update a little bit later on his condition. I mean, he went into the match already injured. I could only imagine, you know, if he's lucky, he didn't exasperate things too much more. But again, we'll have to see. As coming up next, we thought ourselves, whew, what could only be described as a hog fight here. Quran Cook of Cerberus setting a one-on-one with the workhorse, Jeremy Barmore. Oh, brother. No bread, no water, just me. As Jeremy Barmore looks to finally get Cerberus off his back. It was last month that upon his return to CMV, Pat LaFave offered Jeremy Barmore a place in Cerberus. Offered to take Barmore on as a client, but Barmore refused the offer. Said this time he wants to do it on his own. No more tag teams, no more stables. Barmore wants to finally get to the top of CMV, and he wants to do it all on his own. Well, Pat LaFave didn't take Jeremy Barmore's refusal lightly, and over these last 4 weeks has been trying to forcefully change Barmore's mind. Now Quran Cook, who has been the deliverer, if you will, of Pat LaFave's messages, gonna try to do just that. Make Jeremy Barmore regret not joining up with Pat LaFave. And Quran Cook just laying into Barmore at the start of this one. Big night it could be for Cerberus, of course. A little bit later on, Sydney Mayhem, a part of the Queen of the Hill match. She already had a good night just 24 hours ago in San Juan at Ferocity, defeating Quinn Bell in an impromptu match. Going to try to utilize that momentum to propel herself all the way to a world title opportunity at Ascendance 14. And Brian Dynamic most certainly looking like $1 million. And she's in the corner of Quran Cook for this matchup. Again, this upcoming episode of Shockwave and Octave, we are going to be in Mexico City. 2 very special editions of Shockwave and Octave. Mayhem in Mexico. I know that Brian Dynamic and Quran Cook will take on the Arsenal until Valid. If the Arsenal can win, they will get a World Tag Team Championship opportunity against Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson. As Quran Cook, for a man his size, it was shocking how fast he is. Going to the top. Check this out. Just hurls himself at Barmore like a cannonball. And now looking to come out of the corner. We've seen him utilize that running elbow plenty of times. Here's the stomp, though. As Brian Dynamic perpetually up to no good. Cook taking his time. I appreciate it after the chaos of that King of the Hill match. Give me a dang second to catch my breath. I think it's safe to say I will not have much of a voice left by the end of Absolution. What a crazy weekend. Our first stop en route to Ascendant 14, just around the corner. Again, our final roadblock comes up in just a few weeks. That's Purgatory. And after that, it'll be a clear shot to the biggest show in CMV history. Barmore going to be lucky if he makes it there. But Ron Cook having his way with the workhorse so far in this match. Poking Barmore out. There's that vintage spinning head kick we've seen from Quran Cook so many times. Brian Dynamic sliding a steel chair. Look at this perfect setup for that headbutt off the top. The referee's going to dispose that steel chair. Hang on, Cook going for a pin though. That slight delay. Trying to get rid of the steel chair. Might have actually cost Cook there. Oh, hey! Ref, what the hell? Barmore to belly! But as soon as Jeremy Barmore starts to get ahead, even slightly, Brian Dynamic from ringside, distracting Barmore, telling him again, you made the wrong choice. You should have joined up with Cerberus. And the distraction pays off. Put on Cook, able to recover. What the hell? Break your neck foundation from Quran Cook, and here's that elbow I was talking about earlier. No, another stop from Quran Cook. Into the pin this time, but a kick out at two. Quran Cook really is the total package. Immensely powerful, but amazingly agile as well. If you want to talk about power, though, you don't got to look no further. And Jeremy Barmore, we want to talk about agile. How about a standing moonsault into a standing shooting star press? Jeremy Barmore, ladies and gentlemen. Where did they create this guy? Elbow to the top of the head, though. Again, tries for that tornado head kick from Barmore. He's able to avoid it this time as he looks to take Quran Cook all the way to Powerbomb City. Uno, dos, and tres. Oh, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, as a matter of fact. Lucky I know how to count to four. Not stopping there. Irish whip on the rebound. Barmore with a huge spine buster. Put a kick to the side of the head by Cook. And he's got the shotgun locked and loaded. 12 gauge, baby. Looking for the perhaps drill club, but Barmore had it well scouted, able to escape. That don't mean he's out of the woods. They're able to drop Cook down to the floor. Pulled up into a spine buster. And those pads offer only a little protection. The concrete floor that lies beneath. Get some striking put on display. Ooh, what a combo. Finishing with that discus clothesline, and now both men down. They have until the count to 20 to get back into the ring. Barmore struggling to get to his feet. I mean, these aren't two guys you're going to see going all night long. The thing is, they never have to, these two. Typically they finish off their matches. Oh my God, Uranagi on the steel barricade, brother. He may have just broke Karan Cook's back. I don't know if Cook can get back up from that. Ref set 13, 14, but Barmore does not want to win that way. He wants to make it clear to Pat LaFave, I'm not Jordan Cerberus. Stop bothering me, or you're going to pay the price. Big kick, Bob Luger-esque from Karan Cook there. As he follows up, no, don't do this, Cook. Pile driver on the floor. And Karan Cook trying to get a handle on Barmore, man. It ain't so easy, he's finding out. Irish whip throws him back into the ring. Beats the count. And now looking to beat Cook. Clean as a whistle. But Cook, like I said, so deceptively fast. You don't see him coming. Running into the face. Referee saw Brian dynamic kick off that top turn to cover. But Cook tries for another diving headbutt. Barmore gets out of the way of that one. World's strongest slam! Into the pin. But where's the ref? Distracted by dynamic. And by the time she gets into position, it's too late. Not even a 1 count. Barmore going to keep on the attack, though. There's only one thing Jeremy Barmore wants. That's finally to become a world champion. He's accomplished nearly everything else there is to accomplish here in CMV. But despite numerous opportunities over the years, he's never been a world champion. Will this finally be the season that Barmore makes it to the mountaintop? Takes down behind Cook, shots to the back of the knee. Pops him up to his feet. The workhorse trying for an Irish whip. That gets reversed though. Barmore out onto the apron. Guillotine though. Quick thinking there by Jeremy. Gets back into the ring. Barmore not playing around. Not in any way, shape, or form. Irish whip off the ropes. There's another spine buster. This ring must have been reinforced. Another one! Good God, man. Maybe looking to go for another powerbomb. Karan Cook says, I've had just about enough. Thank you very much. Now he's got the gat out. Vertical suplex. Oh, we've seen this before from Karan Cook. Dos. And put some steak on it for the Tres Amigos. 1, 2, kick out. Barmore straight back to his feet using the ropes to get himself up, but man, Cook puts him right back down and gonna go for that knee a 3rd time. Right to the bridge of the nose. Look at this perfect setup. Cook to the top. Headbutt to the chest. But Karan Cook, it doesn't look like is done yet. Oh, we know. We know what's coming. A 3rd stop, but Barmore doing 2. Barmore saw it coming. Cook too fast. There's the elbow. Stop Barmore while he's down. Clothesline. Another. And a 3rd. Backing Cook into the corner. He's looking for refuge. Ain't gonna find it there though. Up on the top. Oh, brother. Praise me. From Brett Trump. World's strongest slam. 1, 2. Well, look how Barmore doesn't fret. Straight back on the attack. That's the veteran instincts of Jeremy Barmore. He doesn't waste time complaining. A desperate move by Cook there. Ain't gonna do much good. Barmore to belly! A 2nd time. 1, 2, 3. Jeremy Barmore is victorious. of a matchup we just witnessed here between these two. But Jeremy Barmore has made it clear, nothing and definitely nobody gonna stand between him and becoming world champion. Most certainly not Pat LaFave. And hopefully now LaFave gets the message loud and clear.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the mood. He say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, said my attitude is kinda spicy. I told him that's the price, boy, ain't it pricey? It is. Stepping out the truck with the pink lip gloss. So them girls gotta play like a real big boss. He tryna lock it down.
Well, my friends, we now know who is going to be challenging for World Championship Gold at Ascendance 14. That, of course, being Joey Bacon, who at the top of the show, once again, won the King of the Hill match. But the question now is, who will he be potentially challenging? Because coming out next, the CMV Championship is on the line. The game changer, the Hall of Famer, set to challenge Remy Martin to see indeed who is going to be walking into Ascendance 14 as the CMV champion. It was Schmitty who, after Wildcard, called his shot. He said he was coming to Absolution, didn't give a damn who he would be challenging, but that he would be taking the CMV championship. And well, after this past month, Remy Martin has successfully defended that CMV championship not once, not twice, but thrice against Bloody Justice, Ace Reeves, and Tommy Demise. If he can make it 4, if he can get through the legend, then he will have his path clear for the biggest show in CMV history. He will walk into Ascendance 14 as champion. That is a big, massive if, especially with how perhaps more than he ever has been in his CMV career, which is saying something, how lethal Schmitty has been since his return. Lost the CMV championship last season to Fidel de la Rosa. Never got his rematch. But now he'll stand across the ring from a man who's trying to build his own legacy. Schmitty's is already cemented in stone. Schmitty could retire right here, right now, and go down as one of the absolute greatest of all time, undisputably. But for Remy Martin, here's a kid who's trying to write the first few chapters. He wants to one day be on the same level, recognized the way that Schmitty is in the Hall of Fame. And I'll tell you what, he is well on his way there. Only been CMV champion for a couple of months, and already has proven himself to be maybe one of the better CMV champions we've had over these last couple of years. Certainly a fighting champion. Not afraid to step into that ring with anyone and defend what's his. But even Remy knows who he's getting into the ring with here at Absolution. And that's one of the greatest of all time. Remy's not a stupid man, but he's also very confident. Don't think for a single second that he's doubting himself. But that's the issue here. 2 uber confident men. 2 incredibly egotistical individuals. Only one of them can leave here, leave San Juan as the CMV champion. But I'll tell you what, we could be in for an incredibly technical match. Both Schmitty and Remy Martin, I would say one of the 2 best technical wrestlers currently in CMV. And you know what's interesting, they both like to utilize that rear naked choke, the slipper hold, to win their matches. It might be a matter of who can lock it in first that leaves Absolution as champion. But of course they have many other ways to beat their opponents as well. Schmitty always looking to hit the old school Schmitty. Remy Martin's got the jumping cutter he's won many of his matches with. That can come out of nowhere. This is going to be a great match, I have a feeling, to see who will walk into Ascendance 14 as CMV champion and who will potentially have to defend against Joey Bacon, who I assume is probably already in catering, having himself a celebratory meal, watching the monitor to see who exactly he may face at the show of shows. So here we go, Schmitty, Remy Martin for the CMV Championship, and just as Remy predicted, Schmitty not coming alone, as Police Squad and Derek Tomorrow are in his corner. We'll have to see if they will factor into this match. I mean, I'm sure they will. But it's a hot start for Schmitty straight out the gate. You gotta remember though, Schmitty has not been in action since Wild Card, since he defeated Mike Magnum Maxwell in Anarchy in the Arena, whereas Remy's been competing every single week defending that championship. Schmitty's nice and fresh. Remy Martin probably more than likely exhausted. We'll have to see if that plays in this match at all. Thumb to the eye! The ref obviously didn't see it. Her view obstructed their big back elbow. You can't really feel bad for Remy though, because he's a dirty player as well. Might even be dirtier in some ways than Schmitty. So I don't feel bad for him getting caught with that thumb to the eye. And he's back into the ring, nice evasion. See that also another thing to consider is, you know, Schmitty's getting up there in age. He's an older guy. Remy is young. He's hot. He's a man that's driven, focused. Ooh, gets caught with that flapjack right there. And Schmitty gonna go to the top. Go for a fist drop. First pinfall attempt of the match. Does the reign of Remy Martin end right here? Kick out just before 2. First, coming up next, we've got our Queen of the Hill match, my friends. Who's going to join Joey Bacon heading to Ascendance 14 for a World Championship opportunity? Then we'll see who's going to answer Talon Sucio's Open Challenge before our main event. Quantum puts it all on the line as he challenges Cam Harris for the Global Championship. And he's been busted open. And Schmidt immediately targeting that open wound, slamming Remy face first off the top turnbuckle. The CMV champion full steam ahead, knee to the gut. And a stop. Before looking to slow things down. Look at who Remy has beaten, guys, as CMV champion. Bloody Justice, a former world champion, a future Hall of Famer. Ace Reeves, a former world champion, a future Hall of Famer. And uber dangerous Tommy Demise, our Anarchy champion. But this would be the biggest notch in his belt, no doubt about it, that he could defeat the Hall of Famer, Schmidt. I have no doubt he can, as he now tries for a pin off that knee drop and a kick out of 1. They set up their super kick there a little too long. Remy took on the setup though, and Schmidt going to make him pay for it. So here's a guy, Schmidt, who knows what it's like to walk into Ascendance as champion. He knows what it's like to main event Ascendance. Remy Martin debuted in CMV last year in Ascendance 13 in the men's gauntlet eliminator match. He was so impressive that we decided to keep him around. It was supposed to be a one-off, but we were so impressed with his run in that match that we made sure to sign him dang quick. And look at now, just a year later, Intercontinental Champion and now CMV Champion. How impressive he has been. But can he walk into his second Ascendance into a main event as champion still? Dropped on his face, now with a stomps to the gut. Uh-oh. That didn't take too long. Bill Jones of Police Squad just took off that top turnbuckle. The ref did not see it. Big drop kick to the chest by Remy. Up to Brett's rope. Boom! Leg drop. Properly connected, but he got enough of it. Goes for the pin. Kick out at 1. Still can't get past the 1 count. Oh, Schmidt up to his feet. Schmidt, quick escape. Now some kicks to the back of the knee. Sneaky jab to the back, Remy into the corner. Elbow, though, gets Remy out. And Anderson into the exposed turnbuckle. It was Bill Jones who exposed it. That plan backfired and gets the 2 count only. Here comes another Blake Virtue Ace-to-be drop from Remy Martin, the young goat. If this is what he's accomplished in 1 year, imagine what Remy's resume is going to look like 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Pinfall attempt by Schmidt, unable to get the job done. I don't doubt for a second his resume. There's the sleeper I was talking about! Rear naked choke brings Remy down, and the body scissors as well, but Remy knows his way out of it. Able to escape after only a few seconds. Knife edge chop. But Schmidt does not back down. Slap across the face by the Hall of Famer. Remy gives it right back to him. Knife edge chop across the chest. They're lighting each other up here. CMV Championship on the line. Caught that slap. Schmidt, though, standing 10 toes down. Starting to gain an advantage. Remy's got to fight back. Big lariat. And just like that, the tide has turned. Exposed turnbuckle. Remy smashed face first off the steel. How is the ref still not seeing it? Oh, don't tell me it's going to end like this from the top. Oh, school. Schmitty. Into the pin. 1, 2, take out. Remy is gushing blood, and look at Schmitty pressing his boot to the face of Remy. No respect, but Schmitty doesn't respect anybody. Remy all jacked up, and he's still fighting. He's still fighting like his life depends on it. Irish whip into the corner with blood pouring down his face. What is this? Remy out of the corner. Alabama slammer. Crosses into the pin. 1, 2, so close. Schmidt immediately to the ropes. Now the referee sees the exposed turnbuckle. Yeah, big help after it was already used. Oh, and here's Derek DeMauro showing his face. Well, he's actually not, but you know what I mean. In this match, distracted. Remy gives Schmidt the time he needs to recover. Uh-oh. Remy dropped the ringside list. Police squad and Derek DeMauro surrounding the champion. They don't dare to lay a finger on Remy, though, lest they risk a disqualification. Schmidt cannot win the championship that way. He must pin or submit Remy in the ring to walk out of here as CMV champion for a 4th time in his career. And Schmidt is just having his way. Oh, this is vintage right here. Pinpoint knee drop. Gotta keep the count in mind, though. Schmidt could not win by count out. He can win the match, but not the championship. They have it to the count of 20. Remy gonna throw Schmidt into John Smith. Gets back in the ring. Remy said, "Is that all you got, old man?" Schmidt, though, playing with him. Look at Schmidt. That sadistic smile on his face. Gets that smile wiped right off his face as Remy smashed him face first off the apron. Now Remy going on top. This is a huge risk. This could pay off big or backfire disastrously. From the top, Remy, big elbow. Blood just leaking out of him. But the CMV champion stalking the Hall of Famer. Looking for maybe the pile driver, DDT. That might have been Remy's last best shot, guys. As Schmidt just throws him around like a rag doll. I cannot believe this kid. Look at Schmidt, can't believe it, as he retreats back into the ring. Now it's Remy who's playing some games, taking his time, and Schmidt should not have taken his eyes off the ball, pushed into the corner. Remy, full skim ahead, big knee to the gut, but Schmidt gets the elbow out. Now goes behind, reverse DDT, puts him down hard, both men down, what a match for the CMV Championship here at Absolution. Schmidt slowly to his feet, but he's got the opening. As Remy just loses copious amounts of blood. I don't know how this kid is still conscious. This is insane. Schmidt with a kick to the gut. Punch response for Remy. Neither man will budge. Remy with a spinning sit-out power bomb to retain. Isn't it enough? Isn't it enough? No, it is not. And Remy, frustrated. What has he got to do? Schmidt into the corner. Veteran instinct as Remy, though, stalking him. Schmidt sneaks in that elbow. Big punches from the Hall of Famer. Jawbreaker drops the champ. And now it's Remy who desperately picks himself up in the corner. That might be right where Schmidt wants him, though. Elbow now from Remy as Remy spins around. Elbow to the jaw. Tries that chop attempted. Schmidt backs him up. Old school Schmidt a second time. But Schmidt's not done! Schmidt's not done! Turns him around! Back suplex! What the hell? Into a camel clutch! Schmidt with a camel clutch! Blood pouring down Remy's face! Will Remy tap? Will Remy tap? Remy hanging in there, but he has no choice! But to submit 4-time CMV champion. Schmidt has regained the gold once again. What a match. That's a move that Schmidt has never used in his entire CMV career. I have never seen him use a camel clutch. Even at this point in his career, still introducing new things. And he may have had to defeat Remy. Remy was prepared for everything in this match. And he tried to hang in there as long as he could. But not long enough. Schmitty, once again, CMV champion. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the mood. He say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can.
What a match that was. Did I say that was going to be a technical masterclass, or did I not before that match started? Whew. But folks, we are still not finished. Believe it or not, here at Absolution, live from San Juan, it's time for our tertiary main event. Still to come, Talon Sucio issues his open challenge, and of course in our main event, Quantum will challenge Cam Harris for the Global Championship. But first, it is time for our Queen of the Hill match. And might we have a queen to match our king in Joey Bacon? I would say Vanessa Morgan is probably the female equivalent of Joey Bacon here in CMV. Easily the biggest woman on our roster with that power to match. The former Trios champion, former television champion, looking to earn a world championship opportunity at Ascendance 14. That's what this is about. 6 women. No countouts. No disqualifications. Eliminations can occur at any time by pinfall or submission in the ring. And the last woman standing punches their ticket to the show of shows for a world title shot. We saw what it took Joey King to become King of the Hill at the top of the show. Suffice to say, no easy feat. Well, for Ileana Summers, guys, she has already had quite a busy weekend here in San Juan, has she not? It was because of Ileana Summers, guys, last night at Ferocity, that Thea, for a second time, was able to retain her Women's World Championship. Alice Blake had the match won after Dallas Cole cashed in her Magnificent 8 contract to make it a triple threat. Alice Blake hit Jetstream. She had the match won, but Ileana Summers pulled Alice Blake out of the ring, laid her out, and that allowed Thea to pin Dallas to retain the Women's World Championship. That's the second time Ileana Summers has played savior for Thea when it comes to that Women's World Championship. And at this point, anybody's got to be scratching their chin wondering what exactly is going on. Is Thea necessarily being entirely truthful about her relationship with Resurgence? I mean, Amelia has pointed out, guys, plenty of times, where are you when we're fighting Resurgence? You seem to never be around, and now Ileana seems to be your new BFF. What exactly is happening behind closed doors? I'm starting to ask those questions myself. As the undisputed elite representative in this Queen of the Hill match, Ruby Rebel, tries to get undisputed elite what they've been wanting for so long. And that, of course, is the Women's World Championship. We saw last season suplex a couple of times. An attempt to earn a shot at the championship. She never could. Ruby Rebel up to bat. Might she be the one to bring world title gold to the undisputed elite? Former Trios champion, former women's tag team champion. Of course, we saw last night at Ferocity, Brina Story retained the Divine Championship, Thea retained the Women's World Championship. I have no doubt about it, both of them are watching right now because the winner of this match will be facing one of them at Ascendance 14. And I would say definitely the dark horse, much like Beautiful Bo was for the King of the Hill match at the top of the show. Phoebe Rose, the booty weight, is undeniably the rare pick for this Queen of the Hill match. Only been in CMV since the very end of last season. Here she is, the chance to potentially headline Ascendance 14. It was Amelia Jones who earlier today on social media said something along the lines of, I'm sharing the ring with 5 women. Well, 4 women, much bigger than Amelia. Eliana Summer's probably bigger than Amelia, though, too, honestly. We'll have to see once the match begins. But Amelia pointing out the fact that she is by far the smallest woman in this match. Overpowered times 10. We'll have to see if she's able to overcome that fact. Well, here is my personal pick to win this Queen of the Hill match, despite the fact that she's been here less time than even Phoebe Rose has. You would say, well, wouldn't that make Sydney Mayhem the dark horse? No, because what we've seen from Sydney Mayhem this past month is nothing short of astonishing. Look back to 24 hours ago, when Quinn Bell put her on the spot, challenged her to an impromptu match at Ferocity. Most people would have said, no, I got the Queen of the Hill match tomorrow. Are you kidding? Not Sydney. She said, let's get it on, and then she demolished the veteran, the future Hall of Famer. Acts of power that I had never seen before. She literally military pressed Quinn Bell from the ringside over the top rope back into the ring. I have never seen that before. Pat LaFave's newest client. We're going to make him proud. As last but most certainly not least is indeed a woman undeniably finding herself between multiple rocks and hard places here. 1/3 of the Trios champions, and you can hear it. The fan favorite. Seems like she's a bit dismissive of these fans here in San Juan, though, by the look of it. Amelia Jones, who has had a very interesting career here in CMV. She's been a referee. She's been a part of the Killjoy Club. Now a part of the Regulators. And only a couple weeks ago ended that almost 3-year dry spell. No championship going, and did it without having to lift a finger, and the Regulators became the new Trios champions. And now Amelia attempting to be the one to survive, to punch her ticket to Ascendance 14. You're going to need a lot more than just the fans cheering for you to get through a match like this. 6 minutes, all equally as starving for this monumental opportunity. Vanessa Morgan, the biggest, the strongest though, I don't know. She's the tallest, she probably weighs the most. But between Phoebe Rose and Sydney Mayhem, I'm not sure. I really think Sydney Mayhem might be the strongest woman on CMV. She might be the strongest, period, man. We really gotta have like a muscle man contest or a powerlifting contest sometime. I think Sydney Mayhem would beat most of the men here in CMV. We've already got a table set up at ringside. That didn't take very long. Rose applying a Fujiwara armbar. It is not falls count anywhere though. Remember, you can only make an elimination by pin or submission in the ring. Last woman standing goes to ascend its 14th for either a divine or a women's world championship opportunity. Ruby Rose in the corner as Ileana Summers looks to make this a weekend she will not soon forget. Amelia off the top of the corkscrew moonsault. Of course, Ruby Rebel out on the apron. Nessa Morgan, obviously, these two well acquainted with each other. Nessa Morgan has had quite an abysmal couple of months, thanks in large part to the regulars, as well as Jessica Cash. I'm sure Vanessa Morgan took great pleasure in seeing Cash lose her television championship last night at Velocity. Congrats again to Vanessa, totally women's champion. Ruby Rose trying to eliminate Sydney Mayhem. As Ileana Summers sets up Amelia Jones for a rolling neck snap. 1.5 women's tag team champions, guys, and this was just made official. Martin Konetsky and I got together before the show started for Mayhem in Mexico. This upcoming episode of Shockwave, we will see Let's Go Mighty challenge Resurgence for the Women's Tag Team Championship. And that's not what Ileana Summers is thinking about right now, or at least hopefully she's not. Fully focused on this match, Queen of the Hill. Ooh, Ruby Rose looking for a big old bicycle kick. That would have connected. Ileana's head might have popped off in the two seats. Hitting soul kick for the chest. Whereas Sydney Mayhem might have the power advantage, Ileana Summers undoubtedly has the striking advantage. One of the most lethal strikers in all of CMV. Amelia going to have to utilize her speed, her agility. Hits that X-Plex on the massive Vanessa Morgan. Puts her strength on display. Gets rolled up though here by Phoebe Rose. Counters the roll-up. Phoebe Rose might be the one eliminated. Oh, counters again. Into the pin kick out. Trying to charge Ileana Summers in the corner. Just knocked over her way. Uh-oh. Vanessa Morgan with not just one, not just two, but three massive power bombs for the fan favorite. Being the first one eliminated, take out by Amelia. One of the biggest match of Amelia's career. Wants to prove herself as a singles competitor. She's been a women's tag team champion. She's been trios champion now. She's challenged for the world title before, but come on a short choke slam from Ileana Summers to Sydney Mayhem, but kicks out at 2.5. Oh, there's the Dragon Sleeper. Lethal is the Russian Vixen. Ileana Summers got Vanessa in big time trouble. Amelia trying to set up Phoebe Rose, but Sydney catches her from behind. And the overdrive from Mayhem into the pin. Kick out at 2. One day the overdrive will win a Amelia Jones match. When will that day come? We'll have to wait and see. Ooh, Ruby with a moonsault stop right to the gut. Ileana Summers, I guess that wasn't bad enough trying to, Amelia, okay, Amelia just saved Ileana Summers there. As Ruby was setting up for that ripcord knee of hers. I don't know why Amelia would do that. Now she's going after Ileana. And Amelia wants answers. What is this relationship between Ileana Summers and Thea? Big X-Plex, another one to Vanessa. Will the Aussie Group be the first one eliminated? Very nearly. Oh, Sydney Mayhem perhaps. Referee in position. The kick out at 2. Ooh, what a boot. Immediately going up to Brett's rope, elbow across the chest of Ruby Rebel. Now immediately going to try to eliminate Ruby. Or can she? No, kick out at 1. Liana Summers back in. Vanessa Morgan double axe handle takes Jones down. Things been going pretty great for the Jones siblings, all things considered, these last couple months. And Amelia, 1/3 of the Trios champions. Tobias Jones, 1/2 of the Lucha Leader Magico World Tag Team champions. I mean, obviously, Emmett wants to get back his Intercontinental Championship. And now Amelia with a chance to become Queen of the Hill, only the 3rd ever. First being on with Celestia a couple weeks ago. Last year it was Amber Young who won this match. She returned last night at Velocity attacking Green Story. Sydney in danger. Kick out. Still nobody eliminated yet. Might be Ileana. Gargantuan choke slam courtesy of Vanessa Morgan. Go right off. Lying wait. Oh, Ruby's still going to try to pin Ileana Summers, giving a lot of time there, though. Oh, and a slow count by the ref, too. Okay. Oh, guys, look at Sydney. With those patented backbreakers, 3 of them. As if 1 wouldn't be disastrous enough. Not able to go for the pin, though. Ruby Rebel some kicks to the face. Stomping on the down Rose. No countouts, no disqualifications. Ref can't do anything about Ruby Rebel trying to choke out Rose here. Oh no, Vanessa Morgan stalking Sydney Mayhem. Powerbomb. Stacks her up. 1, 2, 3. Sydney Mayhem is the first one eliminated. That's astonishing to me. That is genuinely shocking. I thought for sure she was going to win this whole damn thing. We have first blood drawn. We are down to 5. Ileana looks like she's trying to set up Amelia Jones for something. She can't properly get her into position, it seems to me. Ringboard now. Oh, she goes right to the back. Oh, I've never seen a cross body to the back before. And it almost eliminates Amelia Jones. Oh my God! Ruby Rebel! No time to celebrate that feat of strength, though. Choke slam from Ileana. 1, 2, kick out. Ruby Rebel just chucked Vanessa Morgan over the top rope through that table at ringside. Insane feat of strength. Rose. Backpack face buster. Vanessa Morgan already back up. Stevie tries to get a handle on Amelia. Easier said than done. Counters the counter. With a boot across the side of the head. Oh no. Taking for a ride is Ruby Rebel. Watch out. Oh, runs into Amelia though. That might have actually saved Ruby Rebel. Knee to the face. Amelia going right for Ileana. Might have been a mistake. Kick combo. And the Russian Vixen spins her around. Looking for me that same maneuver she used to take out Alice Blake last night at Velocity. But Amelia on the rebound. Pop-up punch. Ruby Rose waiting for her shot. Dragon's Team. Enzuigiri did not get all of it though. Vanessa Morgan's got the right idea here. Being chilling out ringside, waiting for an opening. As Rebel tries for a powerbomb here to the booty weight. Counters out with some punches to the top of the head. Really getting dragged off into the corner by the Aussie Brute. Oh, nice counter. Oh no! Into a powerbomb. Rebel trying to catch Morgan unaware. Knees to the face. Knocking Morgan back. And Amelia finds herself kind of caught in the corner here. Rolls her up. Jackknife cover by Ruby Rebel trying to eliminate Vanessa Morgan. It almost does. Very, very close. Forward forearm smash. Ileana gonna get Amelia Jones from behind with a back suplex. Oh, Ruby Rebel wants a piece of the booty weight, evidently. Ileana with a lifting reverse DDT. Queen of the Hill match. Who is going to punch their ticket to Ascendance 14 for a world title opportunity? We've only had one elimination so far. That was Sydney Mayhem. Phoebe Rose going to push back Ileana. From the apron, gets back to the ring. Immediately caught with a discus clothesline. Now Ileana going to go to the corner. She might be calling for that Russian torpedo. Head-on collision. Phoebe gets right back up. What? Oh no, not like this. No, come on. Ruby Rebel with a dirty pin to eliminate Amelia Jones. Well, no disqualifications is a thing. Even if the ref did see it, it wouldn't matter. Ruby Rebel using all tools at her disposal to try to win this match. Amelia Jones eliminated. We are down to 4. Ileana tries to get out of there. Rolls out on the apron. She can't be pinned, but that's a bleeding. Rolls up Ruby. 1. Oh, hang on. Counters into a jackknife cover. 1, 2. Takes out this Morgan at the very last second. That was very close. Clothesline! It's gotta feel like getting hit by a freight train. Oh no! The twist! Into the pin! 1, 2! Take out! Ruby just tried to spit some kind of mist in Ileana's eyes, but missed. She missed the mist. And now gets caught by the booty weight. Backstabber. Backstabber, I hardly know. Ruby Rebel is trying to set up Ruby Rebel for that powerbomb, I'm sure. Combination. Off the arm, she sends her arm drag, almost sent Vanessa out of the ring. Quick pin. Ruby Rebels is asleep on her feet right now. Kick out at 2.5. Phoebe Rose now. Gonna look for that powerbomb. Everybody keeps breaking it up though. It's got me so pissed right now. Every time she goes for her powerbomb, somebody interrupts her. Ruby Rebel, Irish whip. Into the corner, elbow waiting for her though. Final 4, Vanessa Morgan, Ileana Summers, Ruby Rebel, and Phoebe Rose. One of these women is going to Ascendance 14 for a world title opportunity. Morgan too heavy there. Ruby Rebel tried to scoop slam her, I think. I don't know what would possess her to try to do that. Great counter by Ileana, drops down behind Vanessa. Gonna try to get her up against the ropes, it looks like. I don't know why Phoebe Rose is so obsessed with trying to hit this powerbomb at Ileana specifically. She really wants to, though. Finally decides to go for someone else. And pays the price. We've seen this plenty of times from Ruby Rebel. The clash! Rolls her over into the pin. 1, 2! Kick out. Vanessa caught with another twist. Hooks the leg. Vanessa Morgan eliminated. And then there were 3. As Ileana Summers eliminates Vanessa Morgan, gets immediately caught by Phoebe Rose with that DDT. Final 3. One of these 3 women will go into Ascendance 14. Will challenge for World Championship gold. Honestly, the 3 favorites were eliminated first. Sleepy Mayhem was my primary pick. I'm going to send Vanessa Moore to my backup. Another Russian torpedo. Hit her, Ileana. What are you doing? Ruby's like, are you dumb? Grab by the back of the hair. Elbows go to the midsection. Backs her up. Grabs the arm. Ileana's ready for it. The great technician kicks to the midsection though. Pop-up drop kick to put her down. Pin Phoebe, hello! Oh, maybe Ruby looking to ensure that she's done and dusted with an elbow to the back of the head. Time now, Phoebe rolls over to the ropes. Too little, too late. Ends the jury, beautifully done by Ileana Summers. But that elbow inside the head gives Phoebe a chance to send her into the corner. Up on the top. Oh no. Oh no. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Hook and ladder from Brett's rope. Oh my God, how is that not 3? You gotta be kidding me. Ileana Summers, some kind of tough to kick out of that. Oh, look at Ruby grabbing her by the hair. Knee to the side of the head. Ileana's got to get out of there. Oh, come on, Ruby. This is a Christian family show now. Ileana gonna get paid for it. Dragon Sleeper locked in. Sleeper's locked in. Come on, Ruby, tap. I don't think she has it fully applied. I couldn't really tell from that angle, and I don't believe Ileana had the neck fully hooked. That might be what allowed Ruby Rebel to endure there, as Phoebe elbows to the midsection. Irish Whip gonna send her off into the corner. The Russian vixen of resurgence. They walk right into that elbow to the face before getting dragged over to the ropes. Look at the bruising on Phoebe's back. Look at her midsection. Yeah. Woo! These night bench chops aren't going to help, that's for sure. Double boot stomp to the chest. Ileana just hanging out over there against the ropes. Ruby going to make a beeline for her. Oh man, going to use the ring to tear apart the knee of Ileana Summers. Big punch, forearm smash, and another. Oh no. Into the crash. But not going for the pin, because she notices Phoebe Rosa. Okay. Not sure what the point of that was, but it gave Ileana the chance to kick out, which I guess is a good thing for Ileana anyhow. Ruby said, oh, wait a minute, I should probably go for the pin. You know what? That's a good idea. Knee to the face! This time goes right for the pin. Not going to make that mistake again. 1, 2, 3. Huh? They're trying to fight over the bottom of a few rows here. Tiskus clothesline got her. Ileana looks like she might be forming a black eye there. The twist! Is Ruby Rebel? God, yes she is! We're down to the final 2! Phoebe Rose, Ileana Summers to crown our Queen of the Hill! What a kick! Right upside the head of Phoebe Rose. Ileana, one step away from winning the biggest match of her career. Tries for the standing moonsault. Phoebe gets out of the way. Grabs her by the hair, drags her over to the ropes. Back body drop, throw down to the outside. Look at the shards of cable left over. Remember, it's not false count anywhere. DDT on the table. You could only win by pinfall or submission in the ring. Ileana Summers could try that standing moonsault again. This time she hits it. But she's got to get Phoebe into the ring to pin her. Can't do it at ringside. Another standing moonsault. Now she's just getting cocky. Phoebe Fireman's carrying, able to take Liliana Summers overhead. And at this point, both women exhausted. But you've got the power of Phoebe Rose against the speed and striking aptitude of Liliana Summers. Which is going to prevail? Who is going to ascend as 14 for a world championship opportunity? Liliana's going to get back into the ring. She's not playing around. Great opportunity for her to catch her breath, to slow down her breathing, to reset here. I don't know if Rose is going to be able to get back into the ring on her own at this point. Liliana poised though. Waiting, lying in wait like an ambush predator. Just picking apart Phoebe. So Phoebe going to skirt back into the ring. Liliana right behind her. Nice dodge. But Phoebe able to overpower her, push her against the ropes. Big chop. What the hell? Liliana back to ringside. Phoebe! Ah! Liliana shut that shit down. Big forearm into the choke slam. Middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Liliana Summers is your queen of the hill. Phoebe tried to take that big risk, and it backfired. Liliana Summers secures herself a world title opportunity at the grandest stage of them all. Here it was, after countering the suicide dive into the choke slam. Center of the ring. Liliana Summers, your queen of the hill. The wins just don't stop coming for Resurgence. What a match.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the mood. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. On the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, said my attitude is kinda spicy. I told him that's the price, boy, ain't it pricey? It is. Stepping out the truck with the pink lip gloss. So them girls how to play like a real big boss. He tryna lock it down, but I love my space. Leaving lipstick marks on his regular plates. Pink neon lights, yeah, we glow in the dark. Got the motor running, boy, I'm starting to spark. They can try to clone, but I'm one of one. We just out here chilling, having double the fun. I'm a premium flavor, you can't get on tap. Put my name in the center, a Hollywood map. Got the baseline bouncing like a trampoline. Pure sugar rush, if you know what I mean. Sweet and sour every single hour. Yeah, got the sweetness, but I hold the power. Yeah, you wanna sip, better get in line. Cherry flavor looking so divine. 1, 2, 3, let's bring it back. Let's drink it up.
Well, my friends, before we get to our main event here at Absolution in beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico, it is time for the self-proclaimed greatest luchador in all of CMV to issue his much anticipated open challenge. Yes, Talon Sucio. A few weeks back announced that here at Absolution, he would be issuing an open challenge against San Juan's best, whomever they can produce, to step into the ring with the absolute, undisputed, greatest luchador to ever step into a CMV ring. But, I mean, San Juan prepared to answer the challenge. Who have they found to step up to Talon Sucio here at Absolution? Oh my God. Oh! Oh my God, wait a minute! It's San Juan's own! Leon Gara is back! The former Golden Cat, the former global champion, and indeed San Juan's very own Leon Gara, who's not been seen in CMV in about a year and a half. What a return here in front of his people at Absolution. And Talon Sucio can't believe his one eye. He asked for San Juan's best, and oh baby, has he gotten it. Leon Gara drinking this in a year and a half away. But the former global champion is finally home. What a match. Talon Sucio, the hometown hero, Leon Gara. Oh, look at this, luchador to luchador. Seems as though Sucio taking stock of Gara, who offers a handshake. Gara, no, a cheap shot by Sucio. But Gara gonna take a pay. Golden shower! Gara immediately hits the golden shower! And now to the top, there's no way. There's no way. From the top, the golden star into the pin. Uno, dos, tres, and just like that. Oh my God. Leon Gara making exceptionally quick work of Talon Sucio here at Absolution. What a return for the Golden Cat, Leon Gara. I can't believe this. Welcome back, Leon Gara. What a return. Certainly a night Talon Sucio will never forget.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at.
Well, my friends, after that incredible return to CMV for Leon Gara, and after what an amazing show it has been so far, it comes down to this. Our main event here in San Juan at ABSOLUTION, and the Global Championship is on the line. But more than that, my friends, because for Quantum, it is well and truly do or die for the future man. He has staked it all. Quantum vows that if he cannot defeat Cam Harris here, if he cannot win the Global Championship at ABSOLUTION, he will never challenge for a World Championship again in CMV. And for this man, Quantum, the Hall of Famer who returned at the start of this new season, saying that he wanted to prove to himself for the first time without the shenanigans as his true self for the very first time ever in CMV. Wanted to prove that he can make it to the mountaintop, that he can still be as successful as he was without the, well, gimmicks, for lack of a better word. And I would say he most certainly has over these last couple of months. But we're now at the finish line. And Quantum knows what's at stake, but so does the defending champion. The Sin City Savior, the one and only Cam Harris. Because the last time that Cam Harris walked into Ascendance as global champion, he did not leave the same way. Harris is out for redemption. He wants to walk into Ascendance 14 as global champion and walk out as global champion. And as he said himself, that means he has to take Old Yeller out behind the shed and put him down. Then so be it. But remember what Quantum said. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking Old Yeller was an old dog at the end of his life. That's why they put him down. But that wasn't the case. They put Old Yeller down because he was rabid. He was dangerous. And that's exactly what Quantum is. A man backed into a corner, rabid, dangerous as ever. An epic clash here in our main event to see who will walk into Ascendance 14 as global champion. An incredible champion Cam Harris has been thus far in his second reign. A fighting champion. That includes retaining the championship twice already against Quantum. Once one-on-one, and then again at Wild Card in that fatal four-way match. Will it be 3 for 3, or will the third time be the charm for Quantum? As Cam Harris looks down at that global championship that means so much to him. Taking it all in, as always, aura farming until the end of time. Cam Harris. But this could be the last time we see him with that global championship around his waist. So we got to drink it in while we can. Quantum in the classic khakis for, what has to be one of the biggest matches of his CMV career. And that's saying something for the Hall of Famer. The matches he's been in, the Ascendance headlining matches, main events. This old dog can still hunt. Never. If it ain't aura farming Cam Harris, I don't want it. See, imagine this at Ascendance, baby. But Quantum is looking to make sure that is not a possibility. A lot of underlying respect between these two men, but as we always say, respect goes out the window once that bell rings. Remy Martin was not able to hold onto the CMV Championship earlier, losing it to a Hall of Famer in Schmitty. Will Cam Harris find himself in the same shoes? Will he lose his global championship to a Hall of Famer? Are we going to have two Hall of Famers walking into Ascendance as champs? CMV's Unk. And is one of the best to ever step into a CMV ring. The Sin City Savior. The man who retired Shea Hoxton. A future Hall of Famer in his own right. And that's what it's all about. The prestigious Global Championship. A title Quantum has held before. Who walks into the biggest show in CMV history as champion? Our main event here at Absolution. Quantum. Cam Harris. And it's time to get it on. Now you look at the track record, you certainly have to put your money on Cam Harris. Harris has defended the Global Championship twice already over these last couple of months against Quantum. But again, it's all on the line for Quantum this time. I mean, that's why everybody's here in CMV, guys, is to eventually become world champion one day. That's the ultimate prize. If Quantum can never challenge for a world title again, what more is left, really? From the top, this one's starting hot, baby. No collar, no tie-up, no feeling out process. These two know each other very well. Harris gonna try to end it early, gonna try to embarrass Quantum. Kick out of one, though. It's not even just the last couple of months these two have been fighting, but they've met plenty of times over the years. Quantum won the Global Championship at Ascendance 10, a fatal 5-way match. Whereas Cam Harris, he lost the Global Championship at Ascendance 11 in a fatal 4-way. Like I said, it's a shot at redemption for Harris to make up for that, to walk into Ascendance 14 as champion and leave the same way. But for Quantum, it's about wanting to prove to himself more than anyone else that he still has what it takes to get the job done and has his true self for the first time. No mask, but a brilliant mustache. Tanahashi clothesline, a.k.a. Hayden's catchphrase, but a kick out at one again. Goes up to Bradshaw, big elbow by the champion, and follows up with a double bounce moonsault. And obviously Harris comes to this with a speed and agility advantage we're already seeing played out, whereas Quantum, he's very fast himself. I mean, that 24th punch, the timestamp, they can come out of nowhere, blink of an eye. A very powerful, deceptively so is Quantum as well. Big clotheslines here, ducks the clothesline of Harris, and goes that power slam. Not done is Quantum, pops him up. Irish whip off the ropes, 24th punch. Turns him around, gonna drop the bomb on Cam Harris. Can Quantum do it? Can he become world champion again? 2 count only, Harris able to kick out. That 24th punch has brought Quantum so much gold over the course of his career. It's brought so much gold to his brother, Paul Devon, as well. But not here tonight, at least not yet. Harris trying to shake it off. His jaw might be hurting something fierce right now. Back body drop. Better knock him out of the ring. Now, champion's advantage in full effect. That means that Quantum has to either pin or submit Harris in the ring to win the Global Championship. Can't do it by count out or DQ. Old school Schmitty by Harris, but countless hours with this Quantum. Quantum now thrown. Midsection first, right to the side of the steel steps. Harris going to reset the count as he goes to the top to deliver an elbow across the lower back of Punk. Now look at this, like I said, respect between these two, but it gets chucked out the window once the bell rings. Harris bashing Quantum's face off the floor, repeatedly busts him open. Now Harris back in the ring. Is he going to retain by count out? No, resets the count again. Trying to give Quantum the time he needs. But look at this, he's got the shotgun. It's time to take Old Yeller out behind the shed. Goes to select Quantum. But the old timer fighting back. Face buster. Again, big damage on the floor. Now we're not going anywhere. We're not letting this one end my count out. Harris gonna throw Quantum back into the ring. Up top. The City Savior gonna toss caution to the wind. Comes off the top, big double axe hit on the Cam Harris special. Taking it back from Thea at last. And it's Harris's destiny, his destiny to walk into a finish for Dino! Destino countered at the very last second by the Future Man. But Harris grabs the arm, maybe looking for the jackpot. Quantum! The punch to the gut. Big punches, man. They're just throwing down here. This is turning into a bit of a slugfest. Oh! Spinning backwards. I think I saw Harris's soul leave his body right there. Oh, and vintage Quantum package pile driver. And Harris's instincts bring him to the corner. Quantum setting him up. Wait a minute. We've seen him do this before. From the top, a super 24th punch! Into the pin! 1, 2! But Harris incredibly kicks out, and the champion knows there's no time to beat around the bush. But Quantum knows it too. Final flash! Quantum rocked. Harris with a knee to the gut deflected. Old school Smitty a second time. Into the pin to retain. But Quantum kicks out. Harris, eyes wide as he goes up to Brett's rope. Stalking the Hall of Famer. Blockbuster! And now another corner gonna try it again. Will Harris grab Destiny by the balls into the pin? 1, 2, no! Quantum kicks out, gets right back up, down! Gave that man a knuckle sandwich! Now it's Quantum to Brett's rope for an elbow across the chest. Shoots the half, a desperate ploy, hooks the leg, will it pay off? Will Quantum become champion again? Perplexed is Quantum, but the old timer keeping himself in the zone. He's not finished yet. That gas tank not on empty yet. Nailing Harris with some slobber knockers. Oh, they're throwing down. Oh, they're throwing down. Here are the main event of ABSOLUTION. Knife edge chop. Causing kind of blocked by Harris. Slap across the face. Harris getting the better of Quantum. Oh, and what an elbow! Follows up with a stiff knee. Quantum is still moving. He's still moving. Dear Lord above, what's it gonna take? Harris going up top. Harris with the super old school Schmitty into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Cam Harris is still the global champion. Unbelievable, man. Wait a minute. Quantum's got the global championship. Don't do this, Quantum. But Quantum, no, he's not going to attack Cam Harris, the Hall of Famer, handing the title to the champion, and a show of respect for a great match. Quantum accepts. What a match, and what a way to end. Absolution. Quantum tells Harris, go get it, man. Go get it, kid. Be a great world champion. As Quantum now can never challenge for a world title again. Harris is going to ascendance as global champion.
Set your place on fire. Let's get high.